Hello and welcome to the Masters of the Forge, fellow Skylords. In this series, we talk to members of the Skylords Reborn team about their duties, how they view the project, and what it's like to work on the game. If you want further details on the how and why of this series, check the article of the first episode on the forums. Like last time, we will structure the stream in several parts with a part about Battleforge, a part about the current role of our today's guest, and a part about the development of Skylords Reborn. And as I promised on the forums, there will be some special feature showing some footage of the game that was yet unseen. My guest today is Volin, a well-known streamer and testing coordinator of Skylords Reborn. Before he joined the team, he was a long-standing member that was exceptionally active and very constant with his advice for Skylords who wanted to learn more about the game. He gave his input on the team on the PvE Taskforce and conducted contests. He then started educating more broadly on his stream, the Random Rushhour, where he went through all kinds of deck types to explain how rPvE is played effectively. As so often, joining the team was inevitable, and he now tirelessly coordinates the testers to ensure a constant flow of feedback to the team. Welcome to the stream, Volin.
Thank you for having me.
So, how is it like to be on someone else's stream?
Usually I'm what we in Germany call a Rampensau, and have no problems with that. But today, yeah, that's a new format for me. It feels strange.
Maybe it is strange because it is very personal this time.
Probably it's that. Yeah.
Let's dive in. As you may know, we're starting with some basic questions about your real life context. What country do you live in? In a town or in the countryside? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm the German guy. Many may know that. I'm from the region near Cologne. Lived in Cologne until recently, but we moved. Biggest city, Leverkusen.
It is known known for soccer, isn't it? Football.
Yeah, I'm not so interested in soccer, but yeah, probably it is. Bayer Leverkusen 04, or is it 04? I'm not sure. Whatever.
Isn't it Schalke 04?
It's Schalke 04. Yeah, you know.
Whatever.
Oh?
So how old are you, and how long are you with the Skylords Reborn team now?
I'm 40 years old, and I joined in March this year, so quite recently.
So 6 months, half a year.
Yes.
And what do you do for a living? What's your field of occupation?
Kind of a purchaser. Yeah, it's kind of purchasing, disposition of materials, raw materials, and something like that. Did purchasing in the past for bigger and smaller companies. So yeah, mainly a purchaser.
Okay.
It's
We
better
instantly
than
moved.
it's better than selling. Feels more honest.
Yeah, it is. Maybe we come to the trading aspect of the game as well. Buying and selling is a topic we are both interested in.
I'm forced to be interested.
So let's come to the game. When was your first contact with Battleforge?
My first contact with Battleforge. I think the game was short before going into free to play. I felt kind of scammed. Yeah, it was something like that.
So,
But yeah, when I bought Battleforge, it was just like a break title for me or something like that. I was mainly playing. I'm not sure what game exactly at that time, but I was deep into some other games, and yeah, just always played some RTS in between, very casually. I like card games from being a child, and yeah, so it caught my eye, and I bought a copy and played it very casually from around when it got free to play.
so you didn't really notice when it got shut down? Did you stop playing before it got shut down?
I think I got an email at a time where I was more deep into another title, and I recognized it, and I was like, oh damn, and you should have known better, and now is this all this money gone? But yeah, it didn't touch me so crazy, though. I the game had quite a charm, and it was a pity, and I really felt like, oh, if I had known earlier, I would have probably come back before and played a little bit more, and I hadn't explored it too much, and I was sad.
Oh, you were really that would be my next question. That if you missed the game, but at first it didn't sound like you missed the game when it became unavailable.
Um, I something in between. I had no strong feelings. I felt a pity, and that's a reason why I discovered the game later on. And yeah, my
When did
journey
you
in
learn
Skylords.
about? When did you learn about Skylords Reborn then?
Mm, that's a good question, and I should have foreseen that, because you asked everybody. I'm not even sure when I joined. I'm not sure if I can check in the background profile. Yes. In 2016, January 2016, the game was not live, if I recall correctly. It was still like, perhaps sometime in the future we can rebuild this. It felt unreal, and I know I didn't pay too much attention to it first.
And when did you really start to play the game? Did you play the beta?
I played the beta, yes. I didn't play in the alpha. I know there were some keys or entrances given away in like giveaways, and I participated in that, but never had luck. Then there was some period of time when you could apply for the alpha, and they said, we need some testers badly. We have some players, but we really need some testing stuff. And funny now that our testing coordinator now says you. Back then, I knew I was not the best tester, and I knew I would just wanted to play the game, and I thought, okay, have a bit of patience. If they have only limited slots for now, probably I would take away the place from a tester, and didn't apply for the alpha. Yeah, and started playing once the public beta began.
The next question is a very easy one because everybody knows. I think everybody knows this. What game mode do you like the most?
Yeah, that's for sure rPvE. I'm a very rPvE player. I think from the first day on, when I had very different perspective on it, I found it kind of interesting. It's like the skirmish mode in the other RTS, which, yeah, I was always a casual player, and so this caught me. Just no, leave me alone with this lore stuff. And expert maps were insanely hard for me back then. And yeah, I could just play a bit, troll around, and yeah, then there were this different scale, and I was seeing people can do higher difficulties than me. How do they? And so my journey began.
It's fair to say that you are rPvE speedrunner, right?
I guess you could debate about this, but I guess you can say that. I'm holding the current 9 all time, I guess.
I guess that makes you a speedrunner.
I guess that makes me a speedrunner. Yes.
What faction do you like the most?
But I want to say one thing about that. I played so many hours in this game, and this speedy thing, I said it often in my streams. I'm not that a crazy player of myself. I'm very good, I guess. I have so much practice, and for sure I can play. But this speed thing is a team thing, and I have a pre-made group since I think it's over 2 years now, and we're playing with the same guys. We have our own language. Yeah, and that makes me fast. That's why I'm on top in the rankings sometimes. And my oh yeah, sorry.
Did you ever because you underlined the team aspect that much? Did you ever try rPvE solo a fast time or something like that?
Yes, that's how it began for me actually. I played as many casuals back then, a lot of Stonekin, Nature, Frost, but never Pure Frost. Mostly Stonekin, wheels and stuff. And I stumbled about a forum article from Trine, in that he explained how rPvE mechanics work. It was something about speedrunning, which did not interest me, but accidentally I read that, and yeah, got interested in the mechanics, and that gave me a huge advantage. I got better soon, and then I was on doing 10 solo, and that's how I got contact to Trime. A little bit because I asked him a few things, and yeah, he taught me a few things, and that's how I came into this speedrunning thing. And for a long time, I played the solo mode a lot, but I know so much about this strategy, and I know what I can't, and so I think I'm among the 10 or 20 persons that really understand what Mokak and Radical are doing in their all-time topping each other's, but I just can't play that on that level. And I was never a good shadow starter, and you start shadow there if you want to be really quick, and that's why I dropped playing solo. It really frustrates me, and I'm playing it really rarely, only if people sometimes when people hit me up and said, hey, I want to get better in this mode, and so I played MotF with them and or for them as a replay, but I avoid this mode. It frustrates me. Solo can be unfair at times.
True. So let's try again. What's the faction do you like the most?
Also foreseeing this question, it's hard to answer. I guess I must say fire. I have my most matches played with fire, and I really like the fire splashes. So I had Twilight for a long time, now coming back to it, and Bandits for a long time played a lot Pure Fire, played a lot in campaign. I guess I'm a fire guy.
But I think you're missing out in general if you play the game and you're not playing many different decks, especially if you're an rPvE pro like you. I guess your list of decks, like we saw on the stream, must be endless, right?
Yeah, I played so much. A gold rank made me aware a few days ago how much XP I have. It was a low gold rank, and we found out I have over 100 times XP, like him or something like that. And yeah, I played so many decks up to good levels. So yes, I have been in almost every color, I think, but Fire Frost. Haven't played that much.
Fire Frost can be a lot of fun if you take fireworms and just spice it up with fire and frost spells. But I guess your answer to that will mostly be anti-synergy.
Yeah, and even I have did that, of course. That's the only thing you can do which works, and so I did that. I played that. I have a few dozen matches with that.
So in the announcement, we have teased that we'll be testing some content that is yet unseen. Do you want to say some words what we will be playing today?
I mean, one of your first questions was about the game mode that I like to play, and so what will we see now? We will see some rPvE, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a given, but what's special about the footage that we will see?
So, I think it's pretty much public. It's said in public that we're not working on another preset so far. Nature was the latest, and I cannot see what's happening in the future, but we're not working on another faction rPvE. But it is announced and not yet released that we have another difficulty released. That's the working title was 9.5, and yeah, we have prepared some 9.5 for us today. So we will see what only testers have seen so far.
Why was there the decision to add 9.5? I mean, you aren't the developer who decided this, but what is your view on why do we need a 9.5?
The reasoning behind this that you have a quite a giant leap between. Can you answer him?
Sure.
We have quite a giant leap between 9 and 10, and 10 is ridiculously hard for most people, I guess. And 10 introduces 2 new mechanics. You have spawners on tier 2, which you do not have on tier 1 on a 9, and you have 2 camps, and this together makes it quite different. And if you have not really understood how the game mode works, it can be quite difficult to step up from 9 to 10. And so a designer thought about, yeah, what can we do as in between to make it a smoother transition from what is currently 9 and what's currently 10. And that's what we are playing now. We were made some custom maps, and I'm approaching them as a 9 now. I'm not sure if I will be punished for that. This is a map with a layout of a 10. So we have 2 spots at the tier 2, which have spawners, but it's what we would say an easy 10, a very, very easy 10, and 10 players would often say after such a game, oh, this felt easier as some nights.
I'm already half failing.
I'm not seeing the Dutchy cam, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't set it up properly yet. Maybe we can do it in the break.
Oh, shame on you.
Yeah, you can maybe talk a bit about the problems we had to set this up. When were we finished setting this up?
I think we were not really finished because it didn't work as we wanted, to be honest.
But that was what testing is like, right?
Yeah, that's Tessa's life. This 9.5 project was really tedious at times. Really tedious. But yeah, this is a volunteers project, and I think even bigger companies will have issues. I've worked for a very big chemical company operating worldwide, and a really, really huge employer in Germany and worldwide. And I can tell you, they have the issues as every company and as every project. And
but maybe this would be also a good moment to thank our additional players in the... Oh, I got hacks. Oh, Lord. 2 other testers.
yes,
Maybe calling Damo tester isn't fair, but 2 other from the map team joined us. That we have a smooth experience playing rPvE 9 with 4 players. So thank you to Damo, who also prepared the maps. And thank you to Element G for joining us on the stream.
Yeah, that was really great that these guys help us out. And I really see playing 10 start, even if it's an easy one, and talking, that's not so easy.
Yeah, I'm screwing just up, but maybe people will learn something what not to do.
Please ping if you need any help.
Nah, I'm sure Damo will cover us with his skill.
Yeah, he needs to be strong today. If I can just say a little bit on this 9.5, it was mentioned in the community update from Majora already, but just for the people who have not read this, what's happening here. The main difference is that you have no flyers on tier 2, which makes the thing very pretty consistent, easier. Also, the unit composition is a little bit smaller in the biggest case, so you have some variety in rPvE, that's normal, but the biggest bunch is a little bit smaller than it could be on in a 10. And on tier 3, tier 4 row, we have no spawners here, which the huge difference of a 10 is this intense mid game, and you do not have this here. It's a little bit more eased. You still can have a boss in between on tier 4, but you have no spawners, and that makes it a lot easier. And that's a good question, Donovan. Just going on that, I think the old 9 will be the gold standard still. But I think for players like us, we will not play any 9 anymore. We will just play this because we're just talking, chatting a little bit, and can just do this in between. I think this is nice for daily stuff, and I'm really looking forward to this.
So let's come back to you personally, or do you want to add anything else to the footage?
No, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh,
So before you joined the Skylords Reborn team, you were no blank paper for sure, but a very active community member. What stuff did you do prior joining the team for the community and for the game?
I made once a list for crazy in the forums. I'm not sure if I get everything together. Yeah, I wrote a lot of guides, I guess. I did a lot of coaching, the streaming stuff. I helped with so many stuff behind the scenes where people asked for some opinion. Okay, I just want to this chest drives me crazy. I want to open it, but it's a custom map. I can't.
Yeah, I also tried to, but it was of to no avail.
I helped. Oh, I made a video with Ultralord. I streamed for the team once when we had technical issues. I held some contests. Yeah, I'm just doing stuff.
But in every game, most people who play something are, I think, something like 99% of people are just lurking in the shadows. Somebody, let's say like Dolevan, who is just writing on a chat right now, somebody like that is already the top 2% of being active. So
Yes.
why... Most people just lurk in the shadow. What drives you to be so active?
I'm not sure. I'm probably an extrovert, for sure. But I always liked sharing knowledge. I think if people know how things work, and oh no, I do not want to share this. I always thought that's not cool. And from the first games that I played, which I played longer, I always thought when people released guides or lists, just simple lists of stuff, they were very helpful. I always thought, oh, that's cool. That's very helpful to me. And yeah, whenever I played a game a bit more, I shared what I knew, what I could contribute, because I appreciated that as a player myself.
So it's about an education aspect.
Yeah, that sounds so missionary. Oh hell, we already have those.
Oh
Guys.
Lord. Oh Lord.
I said you before, be prepared for the evil eyes.
Oh Lord.
It will be. Well, I quote Ultralord, will be fine.
Yeah, just hit him.
Why does he do that? He has.
Don't worry, my Thunderstorm took care of it.
I'm so glad that we have Demo here for the Shrine of War. That's so helping.
And is it fair to say that activity you did led to joining the PvE Taskforce? Is that also fair to say?
I did not came to the idea that I would be asked about the PvE Taskforce. I was there very short, and yeah, just one person among many. I didn't pay too much attention to it. I'm not even sure how that happened. I'm not even sure. Yes, how that happened.
Yeah, I mean it's a question of it's a question of being visible, because you wouldn't ask anybody who isn't visible, right?
For sure, I guess that helped. I was always a loud person, expressing my opinion loud, and not always agreeing with the team, but mostly loving what the team did, of course, and yeah. So one day I was asked, and but I was not long there. I was not good with my health, and so I decided to leave there after a short time. I did not contribute too much there.
And what it's like to be on the task force as a non-team member?
It felt almost like being a team member. I never distinct so much between that and yeah, it was like seeing all the secret stuff going up behind the scenes. But I was always so close. I'm here for so long. I was so loud and so fast that I was recognized. I had some friends that were in the team always because this community is so small and close and nice. I never felt like playing a game from a big company like Blizzard, but yeah, you're just part of a community project, part of the community and such.
From the viewpoint of a normal player, how spicy are the secrets you see there?
As Task Force member, you see new cards, and I think that's one of the most interesting parts. So kind of spicy. I was I felt honored that I was trusted. I was responsible with that, and yeah, it was awesome to see new cards being worked on. And you would not believe how much work it is. I mean, you've shown in your last stream, it's just awesome how much about every card is thought, how careful the people are, and how much they think about each step that they make. It's so many people involved, and you would not believe if you would not see it.
And you also did some contests, right?
Yes. Sadly, I needed to do some contests. Yes.
Why sadly?
It's very easy. We had this now. I'm an rPvE player, and there was never an rPvE contest, and I always hoped somebody. It's the most played game mode. Someone must make an rPvE contest, and after we had none for such a long time, and we had so many contests, yeah, I thought this low-hanging fruit of play an rPvE map for player, which is the most played game mode, with 4 colors that we have, so everybody plays a single color. This is so obvious. Somebody had to do it, and yeah, I did it. And I didn't want to repeat it, but then Blashuk back asked me and said, "Why don't you repeat it? It was so great. We had so much fun. Please just do this again. We do not want any changes. We just want that. It was great." And I asked, I think Dutchy for it, and Dutchy said, "Yeah, it was great. Just repeat it. Why not?" And yeah, so I came to the team, said, "Hey, people want me to repeat it. Can I repeat it?" And team said, "Yeah, do it." And we did it.
Does it make much of a difference if you are inside the team or outside the team when you are conducting a contest?
I'm not sure. Both contests, I was not a team member. Or was I thinking loud? I'm not even sure if I was a GM at the time I held the contest. The second one, no, I don't think so.
No, I think both were basically just as a normal Skylord.
I know Nuki supported me for the second contest, and that was so great. So even if I had been GM there, he did that part, and it
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, I just need to do that stuff that we need to do to play the next map second.
Yeah, maybe we also wanted to give some insight into the testing experience, because there are sometimes some stuff you have to do behind. We have to, all four have to delete the map now, so we get a different map. So that's quite normal that you sometimes, when you are a normal player, you have those nice, shiny, all working stuff. But if you're testing behind, there are sometimes some quick fixes also good enough. What works, works. And that's why we are now deleting a map to get the other map.
Yeah, it's difficult at times. Even had the situation where I tested with a map maker the map of a different map maker, and I was like, yeah, you need to put this file there and this file there, and he was, no, would like to do. I said, no, put this file here and this file here, and even the map maker was the map makers are sometimes confused where to put stuff if they aren't used to the project. So and we had dazings before this stream when doing stuff. It's complicated.
It is what it is. And for testing, quick fixes are all right. Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I think a quick fix is better than no fix.
That's true. So at some point you decide to start the stream.
Did I? Yes. Yeah, I did decide to start the stream. Yes, I was asked to start it. It was Toggy. We had a group of people meeting. It was I think organized by Ducky. Miss Ducky, you all know Miss Ducky from the PvE League, and tutoring server. And at the very beginning of this tutoring server, we had a meeting where we thought, okay, what can we players do for the player base, for people to stay here? I think I switched the deck. Do we still not have the Duchy camp? Evil Eyes. I want to play Evil Eyes. We thought about what we players can do for players who want to dig deeper into the game or struggle to approach the game, what we can do to help them. And one idea that came up, that we needed a PvE stream, and I said, okay, I can just do that rPvE part, but yeah, and so one thing came to another, and the random Rushhour started.
Yeah, if I remember right, Little Ducky was doing at the time a lot about player retention, so people stay in the game, and we had some meetings. I was also part of one or two of them, and
yeah, and in the scope of that, that streaming thing started.
So we got a chat question. What are the requirements to join your map testing team?
I think the most important thing is that whatever happens in the map testing stays in the map testing. I think that's the main point. We'd never had a huge leak. No card was ever leaked from the task force. No map thing was ever revealed from the map testers. And that should stay like that. That's the most important thing for me. Yeah, you just need time. As future content will mainly be probably. What am I doing here? I would just let this mine run out. As a lot of future things will be balanced around more advanced expert players. We have a lot of long-term players. You should probably be an average player, a good above average player, and just have time. That's the thing. That's what we need. Your time.
So time and of course some basic ability to give some proper feedback, right?
Yeah, there's a little more things. We're communicating on Discord. So we organize everything on Discord, and you need to use Discord. We need that from you. And we need communication. We're a team. So it's nothing worth if you just played a few maps, if you played a new card for yourself, for just playing it. Yeah, the makers need some feedback. How felt the map? Probably they have some questions on you about a certain part of the map, how that feels or works, or if some issue that appeared before is resolved, and things like that. Yes. You just need to communicate. So we have this communication tool, Discord, and you must be able to use it.
I hope this answers the question. This, funny enough, this is a question I would have asked anyway, but I think it's better when it comes from the chat. So let's go for a second back to the stream. You did start the random rush hour, but we see so much stuff about people who want to become big on streams, and with a small game like Battleforge, there is more or less little to no chance that you get thousands of viewers. Why did you stream anyway?
At first I began just for this educational part. It was not about it being a stream. I would have probably preferred to write some forum posts, but I was asked for the stream, and yeah, I said I can do that, and it was not about the medium itself. It just happened. And yeah, I kind of like it, and so many people asked me for these booster openings, which I started at some point. They asked me when do you do another opening, and as I see people enjoy, we are all a small family here in Skylords Reborn. Yeah, why shouldn't I do it?
Yeah, the classic random rush hour with the deck explanations, etc. kind of stopped. Do you have, at the moment, the feelings you got all decks covered?
I think we covered, at least at that time, most things that are interested. And I always said, people, if you want to have something covered, you can ask me. But I think my crowd was happy at that time. Lately I started a new job. I had a lot of health struggles. We had that already. So could be that I pick that up at some point later, but for the moment I feel everything is covered, everybody's happy, and yeah, let's see what the future brings.
And at some point you decided to join the team. Why after such a long time, because it was really a long time, after such a long time not joining the team and just being an active player, what did you make give in?
The way you put it at the end, at what point you give in, I think that cuts it best. I did not really decide to join the team. I feel that she wanted me to join early. It just happened. It just happened. I was asked for for things to be done. I said I can do that without. We had some talking, and in the end, I said, yeah, okay, give me that GM. I want to speak about the tasks that are needed to be done. And yeah, now I'm a team member.
And what was it like to join? Did you, because you said for the PvE Taskforce, you said it's almost like being the team, so your transition was kind of easy?
No, I thought I knew, but I knew nothing. I knew as much as Jon Snow. It's so huge. The Discord gets a monster after you join the team. I muted a lot of channels. I'm now involved in more channels than I want, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff, of course, happening. But of course, I already guessed how much work is done behind the scenes.
How many new channels did you get? Can you give an estimate? 10, 20, 50, 100?
Not 10, not 100.
Not 10, not 100, something like 50.
No, I think it's less than 50, 30 or so. I'm not sure. 25, 30, something like that. I'm just guessing.
Kyrie wants to know on the chat. Can you say that you already was a GM before you were a GM?
That doesn't sound correct if I would say that. Wouldn't sound okay, but I felt always close to the team. As I said before, this never felt be like from a big game company. I always knew these were people, living people doing a volunteer job. I'm close to so many GMs. Hero and Radical are in our speedrunning group. I'm befriended with Dutchy, I think, since he is a mod, or even before. I'm not sure when. He's here since forever, and so many other members of the team. It was not so overwhelming as for others, I guess.
And from there on out, you were a testing coordinator. What does a testing coordinator do, really?
Yeah, it just happened accidentally. When I joined in late 2020, there was not much testing going on. That was one reason why I joined. It was Dutchy then asking me for the 20th time to join the map testers, and I gave in and said, okay, come on, join me those. I have reread this in advance of this stream, and he said something like, you do not even need to test, just please read there. We need some opinion, please join there. And I said, yeah, okay, come on, I joined. And there was not much testing going on, and some of the map makers said, yeah, he was looking for a person that goes first, makes some testing, would organize this a bit. And at that moment, I thought it's really bad if a lead designer or a map maker, which can do so much things for the team, have to call for a test, and that's really not how it should be. I could probably help here, and yeah, this is where this all started.
It was both Dutchy and Majora that mentioned time zones. If you are the one organizing this, how do people have to be online at the same time? How does this work?
It's relatively easy because 90% of the player base are in European time zones, and we have people from all over Europe. We can't speak German all the time when testing, but yeah, we all know around a third of the player base is German, or a fourth, or something like that. I could probably help here. And so usually we share the European time zone, and it's not that much of a problem. But when I got this testing coordinator, I was very short before, I made a survey among the testers when they have actually time for playing, and we made these testing happy hours that Kyrie already mentioned in the chat. So we said most likely for some group testing, we meet at these times, and so everybody knows there's someone there. Watch at this insanity that's happening here. Wow, there's 6 evil eyes. I need a fucking Shrine of War, please.
Sorry.
Or I'm in deep trouble. I mean, I'm in deep trouble anyway, but I need this spawner. Sorry, I was.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We have
yeah
some
and
on-screen action and talking at the same time. It is what it is. That's the extra trouble for joining the stream. It's harder than it looks.
I know that because yeah, I'm streaming stuff, and I remember when the cosmetics came out. I had a random rush hour short after the release, and Damo asked me, "Hey, let's do a sub 10 live on your stream," and I was totally unprepared and said, "No, oh, please, let's not do that. It just 10 minutes in, 10 minutes out, super easy. Let's just do it on stream." And I played so shitty. I've seen the video after that, and it's so hard to play on stream, to talk a little bit, and I even concentrated a lot on that run actually, and it was so bad. And these guys carried me to a sub 10. We did
But
it first,
I think I get annihilated right now.
Oh, I should probably help here. I'm not sure if not going with Damo was a good idea. What the hell is happening here? This is crazy.
I just get dissolved. It's all right.
It's a 10 base after all. It's oh, okay. You guys are doing good.
So can you give us an overview what is currently tested without revealing too much? So 9.5 is being tested, or is it done? And what else?
9.5 is almost done. We're pretty happy with almost everything. There's just one faction missing. We have sadly some technical issues. But it will come with the next patch, hopefully. I can say that. I guess. I hope that's what's my knowledge has. And I think it's known to public that we're working on some campaign. And you have shown last week or 2 weeks ago with Majora how much work is into one card. And now imagine every entity is a card. This buildings is a card, every unit is a card, and we have so much work with a new campaign. You cannot imagine how much details we are aware of, and yeah, but that's the main focus currently.
So testing looks like you join the right Discord channels, you get map files, and you run there around and you give feedback. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. It's wow, what a crazy camp. Of course, please, Shrine of War. Of course, it is nice if you have a good feeling for balance, if you are well informed, if you can write a very constructive feedback, give some ideas on what you dislike, and there's so much what you can bring. But in theory, if you have time and keep this up for a while, it's not a help if you're coming, we're onboarding you, and you make like, oh, I've seen every new map. Now it's getting tedious. Now I'm gone. Then it's just a help if you just play stuff. Try to make an as constructive feedback as you can. Share that feedback, and there we are. Then we have a good tester.
Sounds pretty simple to me. And what you get is some spicy insights on new content.
Yes. Of course, you see the new stuff, but also, I will say, it's one time exciting, probably 2 or 3 times exciting, and then you're doing the same stuff over and over again. I can't hide that. But I think there's so many people doing bringing so much skill, and dedicating so much time for this project, coding new things and making new maps and card ideas and bringing them into good balance. And would be a shame if there weren't some people who just spent like 2 or 3 hours a week for testing that stuff, giving some quality feedback on that, and would be a shame if that would be a bottleneck. That's what brought me into this position.
So when you have new content, how do you know when it is good enough?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask that. I can just give advice. I'm here as a service provider. I'm here to take you're laughing, but that's how I see my job. I'm a service provider to everybody in the team who needs me. If I can help, I will for sure do that. And I want to lift off some paperwork off the desks of the map makers, because yeah, they can concentrate on map making. That's what they can bring in. Because I feel, as I said in the very beginning, I did not applicate for testers because I felt other people could probably do better on that. And I do not feel I'm a good designer or I'm very creative, and that's why I never applied for a team position. But if I can help just with time and organizing and caring and answering some tester questions, if I can help with that and lift off work from the map makers table, I guess that's already a help and a contribute to the project, even if a very little one, that I think. I rather bring time than skills as other team members.
I mean, to be honest, I think you have more than enough skills and you're just being too humble. But some content really takes long to release. True?
Yes, that's true.
Why is that? Because for a long time, Oh, I think I got the wrong map, right? That's what testing is like. 1 second. Let's have an example like the defensive rPvE, which we heard a lot about, but
I'm not even sure when it was first announced. It was a long time before I got a team member.
and it still isn't out, which isn't a critique to anyone, because I personally know people are working hard on that. But what is taking so long? It's not like, I don't mean that as an accusation, but to make people understand why some things need their time.
That's a tough one. When Deep Defense rPvE was announced, I was very skeptical how that could probably work. That's probably why you say I'm humble, because I know a little what I know not. There's so many things about defense rPvE which I could not imagine. And when I first saw the state of defense rPvE, I was amazed. There was a lot of work. It was good playable, but still not what I would found defense rPvE. But there are some really clever solutions about these things which I thought you could never do. Probably you make a new one. Just left here.
Okay. I
The
invite
thing
everyone.
the thing is, a defense map which has a random factor is a very, very, very difficult thing to make. To balance that, to design that is a very tough thing, and a very thin line between it's getting tedious, boring, and insane difficult. It's just very hard to design in this particular case. And I think even the foremost thing is, this is a volunteer project. This is not that anybody here has a salary, gets a couple of $1,000s or euros per month, and can just fully concentrate on that. It's a big project. We've seen all the lines from people that are involved to make a card happen. These people need to have time one after another. It's even more for a map, and yeah, it makes working here really difficult. It's all remote. Everybody needs to have time. Testing feedback was an issue for a long time, so everybody's doing really their best, but it just takes more time, and it's so much more effort than people sometimes say in the forum. They say, "Oh, just remake the game. It's so easy. Just make." People, that takes millions of hours of human resources.
I'm not sure everybody realizes that what I noticed, because I'm a tester too, what I noticed is you can get stuff to work somehow, but it's a whole different thing that it is fun to play. That's always a huge step.
I mean, you're enjoying custom maps too, Capo, I guess. I think you're one of the players who play custom maps and know them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but mostly when you're on a custom map, you recognize it's a custom map. You know what I mean? So the feeling is a bit custom map. You say, "Oh, it's cool. It's a really good. It's a good balance." I can't even say something bad about it. I can't say something bad about mechanics, but still, it's a custom map. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I perfectly know what you mean.
And it took me so long to see what are the differences. There's so much, and we really would like, if you play a campaign map, that you do not have the feeling, oh, this is a custom map. You should have the feeling this is like it was ever here. Like the reforging feels like, has there ever been no reforging? No, it feels like it was part of the game forever, and I hope that's the goal for new maps. And I think the new rPvE content, that feels like it has ever been there or not.
Yeah, the fire and I'm the nature somehow feels different because I think it was made to feel a little different.
What do you mean?
Nature rPvE is some special experience because how the faction works. I think it is done right, but it feels like something new. The fire transitions seamlessly into the other.
I never had that feeling so far.
Yeah, because nature is so much about healing and control, and that's a very different approach than the enemy just tries to kill you with damage. You know what I mean?
I even feel that the fire faction is more unique because it has this very strong, it's so super heavy damage, like nothing before.
True.
But it was also is super squishy, and I think it has even more this faction identity.
I agree. I kind of agree, yeah. So maybe we could agree on the two new factions are just better than the old ones.
I wouldn't say that. I feel they are just good as they are. Both very difficult. I think they are not considered easy factions. I just see this layout I did not recognize before. I think they're in a beautiful spot. But
what do you? No, go ahead.
But not everybody agrees. As always, we heard fire is ridiculously easy. We heard it's too strong. I heard nature is too easy. I heard it's too strong. Yeah, can't make everybody happy, I guess.
Yeah, for sure not. So what's the most fun of being now inside the team? What are the fun parts?
The fun parts, there's a lot fun parts. One fun part is definitely new stuff. When new cards are getting, the new card ideas are getting closer to release, and you realize this gets a card. This is very crazy to see. To see new maps for the very first time is amazing. I really had a goosebumps moment with one of the campaign maps. I'm usually not interested in lore, and there was a lore thing that touched me really by the heart, and I thought, oh, this is amazing. That are the great moments, yes. And just being part of this, when it gets released, when Nature got released, it felt like it. I felt responsible for it, and yeah, read some good, some medium reviews about it, and was really happy with what we achieved.
What additional stuff besides the testing duties? What do you do for the team besides testing coordination and testing itself? Any additional functions you have?
Not really functions, but I guess I help sometimes with the little things, like providing a screenshot when we have some new content released in a community update. or Ultralord makes a video and I can give him an insight what we have seen, what's the content about, and what he should point out or not, and yeah, just these little things. Sometimes helping people where to put their files and all that stuff.
Yeah, you did that video for the Lost Souls.
Yes,
For example.
that was funny. Wind Hunter, who's yes, we need more Wind Hunters. Asked if we could probably make a video on that Lost Souls changes that are coming up. And I said, yeah, for sure, we can help. What do you want? And he came with a script and said, can you make a video of it? And we found some. It was just a quick draft from him, and we had some things. I came back and said, hey, we want to change this probably like this and this like that. And he said, just if you could help with the video, that would be great. And yeah, we tried to make a nice video for the changes. I think it was cool. Sadly, also this takes longer than expected, but yeah, it's a volunteer project. More people help, probably we can do things faster.
That will be the quote of the stream. It's a volunteer project.
Yeah, after all, that's where it comes down to.
So the game develops. Yeah, please.
No.
It is very what? I want to hear it.
It's more time consuming than you may think, and yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's why things are getting delayed. We're just human.
Are you? It's like maybe some people think we are some testing and robots who just can push out content and just don't want to do it.
Yeah, but people lack empathy sometimes. I mean, it's that everybody here is doing his best. You must see that. And the people, the team has achieved so much. The game is in such a good state, better than it ever was. I think everybody can be proud of what we achieved.
So the game has developed somewhat. What's in your opinion, since the coming of Skylords Reborn, what do you think is the best edition so far?
Best edition? You mean the best thing which has not been there in?
No, from everything which we have seen in life now.
You asked
what
much over that. I need to think about it.
I ask everybody that. That will be one of the standard questions on the stream, because we want to hear what you think.
If I zoom out a bit, I think the card balance. We have more cards than ever playable. It's amazing. So many cards have a use or niche use these days, more than ever in Battleforge. So I think that's the greatest thing we could do for the game. Just make more cards playable. We lost a few, but we got so many new.
And anything you would have done different? Something that you personally didn't like?
I must make a difference between what I didn't like and what I would have done different, because I really disliked the change of Shrine of War. I really disliked it, but I'm not sure if I would have done it different. The material change, that really hurt me. I always try to defend it. I would not have done that. I think the material deck was fine how it was, and that he's now completely dead with the Shrine of War change, it makes me kind of sad.
Is it dead?
Yeah, you can play him in a pre-made group. That's totally fine.
I mean, it's just like he isn't overpowered anymore. That's how I would view it.
He does only work really in with Cultist Masters, which I never really liked. I feel it's kinda dead. Well, that will be a juicy cluster.
I already mentioned that this is a standard question, and because Majora asked me this, and I agree, there will be another standard question everybody gets, and it is, we go back to Dreamland, and in Dreamland you can choose three new team members that will join the Skylords Reborn team. And my question is, what would their skill set be if you could decide?
Oh, we need so many people. Three is probably not enough.
But what would be their skill set that would make the future prospects better?
I have no clue about these technical things. This filtering thing is almost like hacking to me. But I from what I hear, we're so bottlenecked by Hannah and her skills, and whatever she can, we need two people that can do what she can to release her and to help us, because we have so many things that are stuck there. Yeah, we need a community manager like Majora, that Majora can do more coordinating the project, or vice versa. I'm not sure. I want two Majoras. We could need probably more marketing. I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm not too up to date in that department. Yeah, but I think that coding issue is the biggest one.
I don't know if you listened to the stream last time, but that's the same answer that Majora gave, and he needed way longer to think about it.
Yeah, that's what's going on behind the scenes. So I think it's because Majora said it. I hear that. It's no secret that we're bottlenecked by the skills of our good lady Hannah, and she does so much things for the team, and has like 3 jobs currently, and yeah, we need to relieve her, and also need people with skills like hers, and the time, and also the commitment like she has, to keep this running and to keep the development running.
And if we leave Dreamworld and enter the reality, what do you think would be some more realistic steps, next steps for the project? What if you were the overlord of the Skylords Reborn team, and everybody has to do what you think is right? What would be the next smartest steps?
I'm glad not to be in this responsibility. I think we're on a good track. We cannot do much more than we can do. I'm not sure what's done on marketing side. Can just keep that up. Going for streamers, influencers. That's the thing today. I'm 40. I'm a little bit off. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm also watching too much YouTube. Go for those YouTube, TikTok, Instagram stuff, and promote the game. But I feel it's not as bad as some people claim. I see constantly new players around, game numbers dropping a bit in summer, but still quite stable, and we cannot do much more.
I think it is fair to say the game is not growing, but it is also fair to say that sometimes when I see people, when they say somebody says the game is dead, that's unbelievably not true. The game is stable and it doesn't grow, sadly, but it's doing fine.
I think some people have. It sounds probably more harsh than I mean it, but have to lower their expectations. It's a community project. It's not a AAA company with millions of dollars, and we're doing what we can. And you should probably not ask what Skylords Reborn can do for you, but what you can do for Skylords Reborn. I said that often.
So this is the moment for chat questions. If anybody has something for Volin, but one question got pre-submitted, and while people think and maybe write or do not write a chat question, here is the pre-submitted question. it's really funny. Who do you think is the cutest Skylords Reborn couple?
Okay, this cutest Skylords Reborn couple.
And who the guy who wrote this said I have to also answer.
Okay, will you give his answer first? Probably not.
No, not his. I will give not my answer first. He didn't specify what, but he said I should also answer this question.
The cutest Skylords Reborn couple. Sorry, Volin's wife. No, I would say, and that's probably totally off from what this person is about, but I would say it's Watermelon Lord and Cattle. They're cringy, kind of funny, kind of nice relationships. Really, really funny to see sometimes.
And my answer would be along the same line which your nice lady answered. I would say Toggy, and for that reason, for the reason because he is the only one who shows face, and because I think the reason Toggy was so successful because he used the cam, and it's really nice to see someone's emotions not just in words, but and you also see their relationship when he talks to her, and that's why Toggy gets bonus points.
Yes, they have an awesome relationship, of course, Lin and Toggy. And I agree also, Toggy with the cam, that's the thing. He's a handsome guy, he's a top entertainer, and with a video, the entertaining works so perfect. That's a Toggy recipe.
Some of the Toggy face reactions also made it to as an GIF on the server.
Yes, we had him sometimes in a meme chat in the past years.
Yeah. So, and we have you already answered on the chat, I think, but the question was if you are master on the Forge on the live server yet, and you said no, and I'm surprised by that.
Is Volin... okay. So, yes, I'm master on the Forge on the live server. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I as the stream title, I was confused.
I see. So, any Element G asked what is Master of the Forge? It's the highest XP title. It's the amber colored one with 4 dots.
Yes.
The name of the color is amber. 10 million XP, yes. So, anything you want to talk about?
Yes, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, you said to me I should bring a topic, and I thought about it and I said, what's the topic? And I made several suggestions, and he left me totally open with that. And one small minor thing that I wanted to touch today is mental health, because that was a thing for me that concerned me the last years, and yeah, really made me suffer the last years. And I was always open about this issue. But when he said, yeah, pick a topic, I thought it came to my mind as one of many game-related topics, and I thought, okay, now if it should be personal, let's talk about mental health, because even more, I'm encountering this in my life since I was struck by that. I encountered this so often and recognize this and see it so often. I know of some people in the Skylords Reborn team. I took a new job a few months ago. There I have two colleagues that are suffering from this. So many people in the public are making this public that they have struggles, and yeah, it's a growing thing in this crazy world that people are not okay with are not coming around with this crazy world. And I just wanted to say it got better for me, and reach out for help. There's so many making this a topic. Make this a topic if you can, if you want. Look for somebody to talk to, somebody that's doing you good. Sometimes you want to hide in a dark place, just be alone. It's not good. Go out and socialize a bit with somebody who's doing good to you. I wanted to say that. Don't feel ashamed for that. It's a thing today. It happens to many people, and yeah, it's okay. It just happens, and you can overcome that.
What I personally noticed is that when we two got to know each other, one thing you did is you broke the taboo of speaking about this very early. And I really like that, because this is leading by example.
Yeah, it was one of the ways I could approach this. I was not I was on sick leave for around 2 years. It just it just struck me one day, and I was like burned out. And I'm not sure if it's burnout. I never got a clear diagnosis, but whatever it was there, it felt like my armor was broken, and yeah, it helped me to speak about it. And I felt like so many people are hiding this, taking this just into themselves. And yeah, we know how this can end. We have a lot of people in public known well, and probably some even known from family or friends. Yeah, there's people taking their lives. We can close our eyes, but still it's happening. And so going out speaking about it was a solution for me, and I can just recommend that. Speaking may not take everything away and make not everything good, but yeah, not speaking about it will definitely not making things better. So try to speak about it and try to deal with it. Sometimes you may not even overcome with it, but you may learn to deal with it. And hey, that's okay.
Do you think it is especially a hard problem on men? Or do you think it's the
No,
same for men and women?
no, it's the same for men and women as far as I can see. I've seen both, and in work, in private, when being in a rehabilitation, so no, I don't think that's a difference. I don't think it's a difference if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're well educated, not if you're black, if you're white. Doesn't matter. It can get everybody if you're just a little worker, or if you're having a leading position, it can just be you.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like because the way men are raised often, people get the same problems, but the way men are dealing with that problems is more often unhealthy than women. What, along those lines?
No, I don't think that. I think there's struggle. There can be struggle if you're female. If you're male, it's no. But okay. It's what Kari says. I see. No, I don't think that's much of a factor too. But I'm not sure.
What you definitely did in the interaction with me is giving a very good example how to deal with this. I remember that you could very nicely express what you can, what you can't do at this moment, what is hard for you. And I found that it's weird to say refreshing, but more like leading by example and being somebody who is affected by this, but who is dealing with it very in a mature way.
Yeah, it's very important if you're struggling with your mental health that you see your borders, where what you can do and what you cannot do, and just to accept sometimes what you cannot do. Probably I want to fight those things sometimes, but yeah, sometimes I just need to say, yeah, I can't do that now. Just how things are. But hey, therefore I'm okay.
And if I've seen this right, it was Damo who saves us with a more upbeat question at the end. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
It's so easy to be negative on that, but no, it's okay. I think Hawaii is okay.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I once a year pizza Hawaii. That's my once a year pizza.
At least. Yeah.
So thank you for talking at the end about some more heavy stuff. I really thank you for that, because there must be some space for that too. And we cleared the pizza question for sure.
So one thing for the last people that are here, I also wanted to be here to point at the tester's position, because I had no really intention to get a tester, but when I got aware that testing is a bottleneck, I said, okay, I cannot help the team else, but probably I can help them by playing maps, playing stuff. If I just can help them with my time and my feedback, I will do that. And if you see that, probably consider, if you have no coding skills or something like that, yeah, we always need desperate testers. Please come and join the testing.
I see that Donovan writes he can join in a month. That would be a very good addition, I think.
I'm looking for would really look forward to a Donovan regularly contributing. That would be great. But he already announced to me. I'm happy when I see his application.
Yeah. So this was the third installation of the series. I hope you guys found it interesting. My next guest will be one of the lead designers. PvP God Radical X will join me in 14 days from now, on the 7th of October. A very big thank you to Damo for providing the maps, for Element G for playing with us, so we have a 4-player team. And of course, a very special thank you to you, Volin. I hope you enjoyed being on the stream.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. Thank you very much for having me, and yeah. didn't hurt.
And one tradition of the stream is that the last word goes to you. You have the burden of signing us out with the words "See you in the Forge, fellow Skylords." It doesn't have to be a Dreamlord impression. It may be used in the future for a short clip of all guests saying "See you in the Forge." So, can you do that for me?
Of course I can do that. See you in the Forge, fellow Skylords.